Yeah, I think I certainly underestimated the sense of achievement of getting to number one. Maybe I downplayed the number one spot for the months leading up. Obviously, I understand it's a big deal, and it's something I've dreamt of since I was a kid. But when you're a kid, you don't really understand how much will go into getting there. And I think the response from friends and family and my peers and everyone else on that day when I got to number one certainly gave me a little better perspective and allowed me to get out of my own way a little bit and enjoy that achievement as well. Yeah, I feel like any time that I achieve anything that Greg Norman's done in his golfing career, then I've done well. And whether it's winning tournaments back in Australia that he won, winning tournaments around the world that he's won, or getting to number one, it's a great feeling. It's childhood dreams coming true, really. It's easy to take for granted, but you shouldn't, because it doesn't happen so often. Because I'm sure there are a lot of 13 and 14-year-old kids in Australia sitting back wanting to be number one like Greg, and it's only one of them's been able to do it so far since him. So it's been an incredible journey for me, that's for sure. Obviously, the US Open's a big deal, and it's something that I focus on a lot all throughout the year, but especially after we get through the Masters, and you then set your sights towards the US Open. So Pinehurst is an interesting venue. It's a great golf course, but it's changed a lot, I've heard, since the last time we were there. So my preparation's going to be a little bit different. I've got to somewhat learn the golf course in my practice round, so I'll head up early and get a good look, and then head home and do some practice and come back up hopefully with a good understanding of what I'm getting myself into at the US Open. It's going to be demanding. It's going to have all the things that you expect a US Open to have, but I don't know yet how much adjusting I'll have to do, because I think the important thing is to get up early and see the course and then make a plan from there. Well, you've got to use anything to your advantage, and I think the big thing that I would see right off the top of my head is experience is something that 20-somethings don't have. A few have experience, and they're gaining it quickly because they're incredibly gifted players, but you can't gain it all overnight. So still, I have a good few years experience on them, and have been in positions maybe a few more times than they have, and feel like maybe that's something that I might have an edge over them with.